Have them shot.
Okay, if we could rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Allegiance. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the April 5th Town of Monroe Board Meeting. I'm just going to lower my mask because I have a mentholated cough drop in my mouth, and it's like burning my eyes.
Yeah, there's smoke coming out of your ears.
Oh, my God. We need a motion to open up the town board meeting for April 5th.
Make that motion.
Cologne, second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scancarello, aye.
McGinn, aye.
Okay, so moved. All right, first item up is a clean sweep. Everything's in order. We had a quick meeting today, both the mayors and myself. The only change that we have going forward is that the electronic recycling will be done at our highway due to the fact that last year, they basically had to move all the equipment twice. And I don't want to have them go through that because they were inundated last year. I think they took over 4 or 5 truckloads.
What about the paper shredding?
So the paper shredding and the recycling of tires is going to be done at St. Anastasia in the
All right.
parking lot.
Really just the electronics.
Just the electronics is
Yeah.
going to be over there.
Well, that's
They're going to
always-
have the crates there. They'll crate them up as they come in like we did last year.
Right.
In
Yeah.
October. And,
Yeah. It's amazing the amount of,
yeah.
I mean,
Never seen anything like that in my
Yeah.
life.
Exactly.
I'm glad Clean Sweep's coming back. We missed it
Yeah.
last year.
are there targeted areas, Tony? I mean, I know Seven Springs is looking pretty,
We're not,
pretty long in the tooth.
I think we should, much of us should get out there
I'm going to tell you right now, Mike, I physically went up there today, and their garbage is predominantly garbage from
Contractor debris.
palm tree contractors and businesses within palm tree.
Okay.
I actually took pictures.
Oh, wow.
Good, even better.
Excellent.
So one of the addresses was actually just behind Gonzaga on the Blooming Grove. Budgets are all.
Yeah, it's
Ben has issued violations as of this morning.
good.
It's a disgrace.
It is.
It's on both sides of the road. One side of the road is Palm Tree, the other side of the road is Monroe. And it's funny how they know to dump it on the Monroe side.
Oh, we were up there. How many bags of garbage did we fill?
How many dumpsters, you mean?
8
Oh,
of
no,
those
that's
giant-
not even there. This is all the way up on top of Seven Springs.
Seven Springs Road, yeah, I know
Let's
exactly.
put it this
what
way.
you're talking
There's boxes, paint cans, spackle buckets, about 4 or 5ve mattresses, 2 couches.
Water
There was
heaters.
Unbelievable.
like some furniture, some chairs. It's disgusting. It's really disgusting. And I don't know why it hit today, but, Blaze Gomez contacted me, so I did a Zoom interview with her, so.
Yeah, it was all over social media. So I'm
Oh,
glad
it
it
was?
addressed. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
A couple of calls.
Yeah.
Good.
So, I mean, that's
Violations are a good start.
one thing I want to do tonight. For those of you that didn't know, I know everybody here knows, but Bill Sullivan, who was a former data collector for us, passed away. So if we could just have a moment of silence briefly. Bill's a hard worker. Unfortunately, he got caught in the middle of the first budget crunch we had here, and he was on the bottom of the rung as far as the hires go. I would have loved to kept him, but what we ended up doing is we ended up calling Blooming Grove, and Blooming Grove had him. So, this is just a quick announcement. So, each year, when taxes are completed, they're done in December, bills go out in January, payable by the end of the month. You do get to pay them with small penalties, February and March. And what happens is we get chargebacks from the county pertaining to the taxes. So chargebacks traditionally are paid by any of the districts or have them. So we have had, we have been trying for the last 3 years to get some chargebacks from the fire department and the library. Brian and I have had multiple conversations regarding the library chargebacks. Now, based on law, the library does not have to pay us based on case history, I guess that Brian searched. Billing is to be a good neighbor. Essentially what you're doing is you're hurting the taxpayers twice, and that is very annoying to me. And we're going to try to sit down with the library and hopefully get them to pay. This year it was over $10,000. So essentially what happens is we have to pay that. So it comes out of
our general.
general fund, our coffers, and they get to keep the money.
Right.
It's not like we're taking money away from them that we're keeping. We have to send it to the county to balance the books. But last week, I had been meeting with some of the members of the fire district, and the fire district gave us a check for $15,341.02, which
Chargebacks?
covered their chargebacks.
Oh, that's fair.
I just want to commend them for being a good neighbor, making sure not only do you protect the taxpayers through your efforts in the fire department, but also through your efforts financially. And thank you to the fire department for doing the right thing and being respectful to all of us in the town of Monroe. Okay. Up, public hearing. What's that? Oh, that's right, yeah, I'm sorry. Constant contact. So what we're doing is we're eliminating our newsletters. There's a little glitch that is not anybody's responsibility but the provider of the website. And we're actually in the process of researching switching over to a different website with new windows. So as of Friday will be the last day anyone will receive a newsletter, and we're asking everyone, there's been multiple mailings that have gone out, newsletters and constant contacts. We're asking everyone to sign up for constant contact so we don't duplicate essentially what the newsletter has. And part of the reason is, so Val had sent out a boil water advisory early in the morning last week. Well, it didn't hit some of the residents till 2 o'clock in the afternoon because there was other things that were in the queue and everything just gets backed up, so it can't be processed and it can't go through. So rather than have to deal with constant berating and criticism, that is not their fault. I told them I would take the hit because of the fact that, listen, something with we're researching. Nobody in the clerk. Going forward, I'm asking everyone, if you're listening tonight, please sign up for Constant Contact. It's very simple. Go on the Town of Monroe website, click on the link, and just give us your email, and you'll get every announcement that would be going out through the newsletter as well. Did you want to add anything, Val?
Isn't there a, on on the newsletter, there's a constant contact point to hit. I believe. I saw that. There's a point to hit where it says constant contact. You can sign up from the newsletter.
Yeah,
direct.
that's what they've been sending out.
Yeah, so that's on there. If they go
Yeah,
on
that's on
any of
there.
the newsletters.
Yep. Okay. On to public hearings. Item 4.1, we need a motion to open the continuation of public hearing for proposed local law A, version 1, amendment to Chapter 57 of the Town Code to regulate rental properties and transient housing.
I'll make that motion.
Bingham to second.
Bingham second, you call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Malone, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scancarello, aye.
Good night.
Okay, so moved.
No public comment?
No one? No one public comment? Mike, you want to?
We've been talking with the planner, and he's actually provided us with a draft that we would like to get up on the website, and so the concerned parties, especially some members of the community that have been interested in this law and have been really helping us to draft something that works for them and also works for the town. And again, this is, basically regulating, it's all rental properties, but it really has a lot to do with short-term rentals, i.e. Airbnbs and VRBO and things like that. So, we've been, and really this is to address some of the bad actors that have rented out their residences to groups of young men and youths for whatever bachelor parties and things like that have gotten out of hand and affected the quality of life in the neighborhoods that they are in. So we want to make sure that doesn't occur, and that was the reason that we started this. So I would recommend that we do get this up on the website so people can look at it, and we take it from there. Taking the public comment and then, the next meeting will obviously it'll be on the agenda, and people have a chance to comment on it, or, send us emails or through other means, of course, so.
Councilman McGinn, has building inspector received a copy of this draft law yet?
No, but he'll get it as well.
He'll get it
yeah.
tomorrow.
The planning board, everybody.
I'll make sure everybody gets it.
Yeah,
Okay.
everyone will get it and then have a chance to opine. opine. So I'll make that motion that we accept the draft as presented from the planner that was just emailed and distributed to the board and concerned parties, and put it on the town website.
I'll second that. Call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scancarello, aye.
Again, aye.
Okay.
Okay.
You should, if I may, if that's going to be a continued public hearing, you should make sure you state the date and the time that it's going to be continued on.
I'm going to do a separate motion on that.
You do.
Right?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we continue the public hearing on April 19th at 7 p.m. or shortly thereafter.
Second. Call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scancarello, aye.
And I.
Okay. I will make a motion to open the continuation of the public hearing for the proposed changes to Article 14 of the Town of Monroe zoning local law B-V1, version 1. So I handed you this evening the
Secret.
secret and the letter from Max Stack of Nelson Pope and Voorhees. This just came to me about 6:30. So he's been working diligently.
Supervisor, do you want to get a second motion for that? You had opened. We need a second?
I'll second.
Continuation?
No, for opening
This open.
B1,
Oh, yes,
B-V1.
yes. Let's call a question, sorry.
Bingham, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scancarello, aye.
Good night.
Okay. So, with respect to this, everything is essentially in place. We've gone over this for quite some time. It's probably over a year and a half. Is that right, Ward? All right.
Thanks, Ward.
So yeah, so
But
almost.
who's counting?
So almost 2 years. We will get the draft up online as well. And basically, I would like to, if nobody wants to speak this evening, I would like to make a motion to close the public hearing.
Ward is actually signed up for
Oh,
public
come on
comment.
up, Ward, sorry. Oh, okay, what was that, about the public hearing? Oh, okay. Yeah, so what I would like to do is close the public hearing, keep written comments open through April 15th, 10 days from this evening, and yep. Have a second? Question?
Bingham, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Ancarello, aye.
Begin I for discussion real quick. Mr. McCartney, I mean, we have, in this packet that was given to us by the planner just this evening, he has the type 1 action, and there's no, he's finding there's no significant zoning impacts. Can we just wait and include approving this, the negative declaration at the meeting next, on the 19th, or should we do that now?
You could take care of secret of the public hearing.
What?
Have it now.
Everyone all right with that, or?
Didn't read it, since I just got it.
Well, I mean, all right, then we
I'm
can,
taking your word
we can
that
put
it's
it, we can put it off then to the, we can put it off till the, it's a negative declaration, but.
Yeah, I'm seeing all the boxes are no, no, no as I'm scanning it right now. No, I think we can vote on it tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I know we got this late, you
Yeah.
know, but again, this is something that's been banging around for a long time, and we're just trying to get it. Yeah, so, I'll make a motion that we accept the negative declaration of environmental significance as presented by the town planner, in its entirety.
Article 14.
For Article 14 of the non-conforming and non-complying buildings or lots.
I'll second that. Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Ancarello, aye.
And I,
Okay, so moved. Motion to open the continuation of public hearing regarding petition to amend zoning ordinance Monroe Nininger LLC. I'll make that motion. Have a second?
I'll second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Ancarello, aye.
and I,
Okay.
No
So
public
moved.
comment.
No public comment, no issues right here. I say we push this to the second meeting in May 17th. So I will make a motion to keep open the continuation of the public hearing regarding the petition to amend zoning ordinance Monroe Nininger LLC for May 17th, 2021 at 7 PM or immediately thereafter. Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Ancarello, aye.
and I.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Supervisor, did we close the actual public hearing and do the 10, I know I don't think we actually took a vote or finished the vote on the last one with setting the continuation and the 10
Oh, we
day.
closed it, so we don't continue it.
All right, did we close it? I didn't know, because I know
Yeah,
we
it's-
did,
yeah,
we're good?
it's-
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, just want to make sure, because I know I said, I have a question, and then I went into the whole
Well,
thing.
you kind of did the discussion after we voted.
Well, I was.
Because I know you were reading, I saw you.
I was
over there,
reading,
and
yes,
that's
exactly,
fine.
yes.
That's fine.
I was distracted.
I
I'm
appreciate.
easily distracted.
I appreciate the
Look at my
diligence.
phone's going off, I'm easily distracted. It's terrible.
Okay. Welcome to the October meeting, Mike.
Oh, thank you.
So,
2020 or
There
2021?
were two people at the door. I don't know if they're going to come to the front. I just saw feet from the curtains. We're looking for feet.
This is bad. Here and he. I'm sitting there like kind of winging it because I had just gotten off a plane coming back to visit my phone. Yeah, and it was like,
You did very well.
oh yeah, it was
Councilman McGinn, you did very well.
yeah, it was quite the show without using some of the other words that go with that word show. But but it went off, you know. But yeah, it was interesting.
okay. All right, so did I make a motion to open the public hearing for proposed local law C, version 1, commercial property assessment appeals and home income and expense requirement for bar?
I'll second that.
Okay. So, after having some discussions with our
Want us to vote?
assessor, oh yeah, vote on that, I'm sorry, call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Stavro, aye.
And I,
Okay, so moved. So, after having some discussions with our assessor, there are some municipalities that require income and expense statements relating to their grievances filed. And it actually protects the taxpayer and the town a bit more by doing it this way and requiring 3 years of financials. So that is what this represents. I don't see us closing this tonight. I see us at least keeping it open through the 19th because it has to be wrapped up. And could you explain, Dave, the process here? So if we kept this open tonight and then we wrapped it up, closed the public hearing on the 19th, okay, then do we still have to have written comments?
You can keep it open for written comments. You
Well-
don't have to,
Have to.
my knowledge.
Okay, so at that point, on the 19th, then, we could essentially pass this as a law?
Yeah, subject to the filing requirements and all the other hoops that, legal requirements to get it to the, the state and whatever has to get done in that regard, but yeah.
All right, as long as we've been correct. Are on the I think it's the 24th or the 25th. So, okay. All right, so everybody has it in front of them. If you wanted to just go over that between now and the 19th, and then we could make a decision on it.
Well, you said Rip has already reviewed it. You spoke with Rip on the assessor on this, right? This is what he's suggesting.
This is a combination of a couple other towns. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
what he suggested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked it over, and I think it's, I only had like one or two questions. I can email them to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's going to be put over to what
April 19th.
I would like to do is not give you the definitive on that, because it's a little tight. I'd like to check with Brian on that to make sure that that date is enough time for everything. I think it's okay, but
Because we can close the public hearing tonight.
Yes.
And then have written comments for 10 days, which will go through the 15th, right? Listen, I think this is all positive, so,
Right. I'll make a motion that we close the
okay.
public hearing and leave it open only for written comments,
April 5th,
April 15th, through April 15th.
I will
Second.
second that.
Councilman Scancarello, call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scancarello, aye.
Again, aye.
So moved. Okay. Item is the general fund abstract. And for abstract number 21-06, the total claims were $425,136.85, containing checks 26818 through 26880. I'll make a motion to approve that. Call the question.
All three signatures are there. I know
Yes,
McGinn-
three signatures.
Councilman McGinn and myself, and
3 signatures are there.
thank you.
Yeah.
So Bingham, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scancarello, aye.
Again, aye. Again, aye.
McGinn, aye. McGinn, aye. All right. Item 5.2, the escrow abstract, totaling $11,682.40. Check numbers 1966 through 1970. I'll make a motion to approve that.
Bingham to second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scancarello, aye.
Again, aye.
Okay. So moved.
Better? Okay.
Sounds like the
To God.
Acceptance of the March 15, 2021 minutes. Has everybody had a chance to review them?
Yep.
I'll make a motion to approve them.
Bingham to second.
Any other discussion, changes, alterations, revisions? Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Clone abstain.
Cardone, aye.
Scancarello, aye.
Again, aye.
Okay, so moved. I hesitated there, Rick, because I wasn't here either, but I was on the phone. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that was the one, yeah, so. Okay, item 7.1, CDB application governing body authorizing the resolution. So I'll read the action quick. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Monroe is hereby submitting its application for consideration under the FY-2022 Orange Urban County Consortium Community Development Program, and the chief elected official or executive officer is hereby authorized to submit this application for ADA improvements to the town of Monroe Senior Center, including the front entrance ramp and automatic door opener on the front door. Other proposed areas to include in the application are the installation of a generator at the senior center, as well as kitchen and second egress route improvements as described in the proposal. Input from citizens and groups has been received and considered, and an application has been prepared which addresses their community concerns. They further certify that they have read and understood the Orange Urban County Consortium Community Development Guidelines for the fiscal year 2022 program year and have met all of its applicable requirements, and that the information contained in the application is accurate and true to the requirements, and true to the best of their knowledge. If awarded CDBG funds, the municipality shall implement activities in a manner to ensure compliance with all applicable federal, state, local laws and regulations. So I will make that motion.
You know what, I'll make the motion, since authorizing you to sign it.
Okay.
Someone wants to second it?
I'll second
Bingham to
it.
second.
Second, call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Clone aye.
Cardone, aye.
Scancarello, aye.
Again, aye.
Thanks, Mike.
You got it.
Okay. Item 7.2 is the discussion and resolution approving the hiring of Deborah, is how it is pronounced, Arginius, for the position of part-time clerk, building department, at an hourly rate of $17. Deborah has been pre-approved for employment by the Orange County Department of Human Resources. She's been interviewed by Ben, Jen, and myself. She's got a great personality. She's got experience. She seems very organized, and I think it's a good hire going forward. I'll make that motion, yeah.
Cologne, second.
Any other discussion? Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Cantaloupe, aye.
Good night.
Okay, so moved. Next up, Mike, you want to go over this one?
Yeah, we've discussed this at previous town board meetings, and it's the hiring of a part-time clerk to the town prosecutor to basically handle mail-in plea offers and mail-in trial plea offers, and also handle other things that cannot be handled by the court clerks due to law and best practice. So after interviewing 3 or 4 people, we have decided that David Nestor is the best person suited for the position. And I'd like to make a motion that we hire him at an hourly rate of $17 to be the part-time clerk to the prosecutor, with not to exceed 39 hours per pay period?
No, 35.
35 hours per pay period. So I'll make that.
Is that full, or is that,
That's part-time.
Part-time.
that's
Pay
still
period-
part-time? Okay.
Pay period's 2 weeks, so.
Oh, got it.
I'll second that. Any other discussion? Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Cantaloupe, aye.
Good night.
Okay, so moved. Okay. Next up is the adoption of the local law to amend Chapter 33A of the Town Code. This is essentially the Town Code of the Town of Monroe entitled Noise, pursuant to the New York State Municipal Home Rule Law in Chapter 33A. So, John, could you go see if someone's at that door?
Mary Ellen.
Oh, someone's here. Thank you. Okay.
Or send John out there. Send John, yeah.
So essentially, the purpose of this law is to give the code enforcement officer, building department, the power to issue summonses regarding noise ordinances, which they were not authorized to do in the past.
Bingham to second for discussion.
Okay, go ahead.
Councilman McGinn, you were going to check with the troopers about some kind of a ticket if they had to respond?
Yeah,
Because
I believe what the issue was is that whether they had, whether they had a universal ticket that could be used in lieu of, and I believe they.
things were good with, fine. Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Cantaloupe, aye.
And I,
So moved. Okay. Next item is the Badger water meter reading software. Did you want to go over this, Mary, or?
I did speak to Roberta a little bit. Simply, we have to do it. There's no choice. The company is no longer going to support our current software. It's $13,195. Part of that is training, 2 days worth. It might be cut back a little bit if they can have everybody be comfortable with it with 1 day's worth of training, because the training, I think, was about $5,000. So that's something, it might come down a little bit, but $13,000 is pretty much going to be the price we're paying, $13,195. There is a possibility it might qualify for some grants, but that's still kind of off in the future because we don't have any details coming from the federal government yet. So I like to make a motion that we accept Badger water meter reading software for $13,195.
I'll second it for discussion. Hold this off for 2 weeks because I had conversations with Blooming Grove, which is in the process of upgrading as well. And what I'd like to do is possibly, put ourselves together and say, hey, listen, 530. Looking into another company to possibly spin off out of Badger.
Well, the
And I don't
problem
know-
is the heads on the meters, they have to be compatible with whatever software they pick.
Correct,
Yeah, so if you could look into that, that would be appreciated.
Yep, yeah.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to table till the 15th.
And 19.
19th,
Oh,
sorry,
excuse me.
19th, that was my error.
Okay.
19th.
Till April 19th.
Thank God you're here tonight, Val. That's 2 corrections, one more and I'm
You're on
out.
tonight.
I'm out.
Give that woman a raise. I didn't say that. No, I didn't mean that. Just kidding about.
Next item up is
Once again.
the paver, wait.
Oh,
So,
thank goodness.
this is new business, so
Good.
do you have a copy of this in front of you? Could you pass that over to John, Mike? So, John, you want to explain the history with the current paver and everything?
Yeah, well, our paver now is probably 1960s. It sits on top of rubber tires. This one would be a little bit more modern, brand new, and a little bit more computerized. And it's something that we do not do major road projects with it because it just doesn't make no sense. But this is something that we do secondary roads and patching areas that need to be done. And, it would be replacing our old paver, basically. It's definitely needed.
So, John, just so you know, so this quote, I was on the phone with them today.
Yep.
So this quote is $1,500 less, but we have to pick it up in Marlboro. That's,
Got the trailer.
yeah, and I called Billy, because Billy and I were going back and forth with it, and I said to him, is it okay that you guys pick it up? And he's like, oh, yeah, that's fine. So, there's going to be considerable savings within that $1,500.
Absolutely, absolutely.
This is, still working out the details on this, but this is going to come out of the bonds that we just had issued.
Correct.
So, yep,
Looked into the paver, the chipper,
and
the light towers.
Yeah, so we're there with that. So I'd like to make a motion to approve the purchase of 1,000 G paver from Leeboy for a delivered price of, well, I shouldn't say delivered, a pickup price of $94,057.75. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Now, the reason we don't have other quotes is this is a state bid, so, yeah. Question?
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Ankarello, aye.
And I,
Okay.
And thank you.
All right. Next up, Rick, Assessor's Office car lease.
Okay, last time, we were looking at a hybrid plug-in vehicle, and the price was starting at around $27,000 plus. I came across a Chevy Bolt. It's fully electric. There'll be approximately $10,000 if we do it on the purchase, and $9,000, but I'll give you the lease and I'll give you the payment. If we go with a lease, on the lease payment with $8,500 on the rebate, if you put $1,000 down, the monthly price comes down to $348 to $357. So it'll be between those prices, depending on where we qualify in the lease. I'm sure we'd be getting on the 348. If we do it $2,000 down, it comes out to 321, and if we put $3,000 down, it comes down to 293. Now, there's a caveat to this. There's two things. This vehicle is a 2021 vehicle. The last vehicle was 2020. In addition to that, I was talking to our grant writer. This would qualify for another $5,000 that we can get on grant money coming back on the price of this vehicle. So either we can put that money down and have a much lower lease price, or we can use the $5,000 down to pay for, about 6 months, 7 months of lease payments on 39 months. So once we get the plug-in stations, this car will not require any gas or oil changes. It'll only require tire rotation, tires, windshield wipers. Go.
Brakes.
Oh, brakes.
Brakes. Hey, Rick, I saw in your email, there's a 50-mile range on it?
I'm sorry?
There's a 50-mile range on it?
No. The 50-mile range is to qualify for the 5,000. This car gets over 280.
Oh, okay, yeah, I thought that was, I was like.
No.
Listen, and that's probably fine around town, what the assessor would be using it for,
Well,
but not, if they had
to
to run up to a conference or something, that could be a
We'll
little.
have to push it back, that's all.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I guess it just runs off a regular, you could just plug into one of the regular outside current,
that's it.
Until we get the EV chargers.
Yeah, we'll have a charger for it. But once it's fully charged, it gets over 280 miles.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's great. And that's all we have to put down is $1,000 to get that payment?
And if we put down 1,000 for 39 months, your payment will be 348. And if we put the 2,000 down, it'll be 321.
I'll tell you, I have no problem with option B because I think it's, we'll be all right with, we'll get to see how it performs. I'd be a little hesitant about jumping in and buying it at this point, but I think the lease option is definitely something that would be, preferable in this
This way we
case.
don't have to worry about selling it or getting rid of it.
Yeah, you just turn it in and say, here it is, and
Give
then we
the keys
determine what we want to do after that,
If it turns out that it's a winner,
Well, maybe we'll get that EV Hummer for the supervisor to use afterwards,
Oh, yeah. What'd you say?
no, don't say.
No, we won't do that. But anyway, that's my feelings on it.
So they're giving quite a bit back. I didn't expect 8,500 in rebates on a lease.
Yeah, no, everybody's doing it. All right.
Oh,
Did you want to approve this tonight? You want to sit on it?
I mean, it's,
only
what's
issue-
the pleasure of the rest of the board?
The only issue is, we don't have the charging stations
right,
yet.
that's the other
So we
thing.
gotta hold off.
Well, that's
regardless.
what I was asking. I mean,
Well,
I'm
let me
pretty
just-
sure you could plug that into an outside receptacle.
I can do that tomorrow, but the other thing is that we have approved for the plug-in stations. And I talked to our charge point. And the installation for the charge points, and I got to talk to you about it, John, we can get another grant for the installation that will cover between 50 to 90% of the installation costs. Not bad.
That's fine. I mean, like I said, I mean, in the
So let me get a date.
short term,
Let me get a date of the charging before we vote on this.
all right, whatever you want to do.
I think that would be the prudent way to go.
It's a pretty good deal, so that's fine. Whatever,
All right?
that's fine.
And we get 5K in our pocket, and that'll pay for almost a year.
Yeah.
Great job, Councilman.
We'll work together. That's what it's all about.
So we're approving this tonight.
I want to hold off till I get a date for the charging
Okay, all right,
for the station.
all right.
Smart move.
And like I said, I'm pretty sure that this will just run, you could plug it into an outside
can-
receptacle to
I'm
charge.
going to double check on that too,
Yeah,
but what I want to say.
Because I see
is
people are doing that, I see it down the city.
Yeah, but it takes 8 hours to charge. They don't drive much
It's a
around
slower trickle.
It's a slower
yeah.
charge.
Yeah.
But I also heard some of the gas stations, like Quick Check over in Middletown is getting some charging stations, so soon, you may see them more prolific. But
Go to Cosimo's in Newburgh. They
They've
got
got
like
it.
6 Tesla
Teslas.
charging stations.
Teslas, yeah.
I also spoke to
Costco Diner.
ChargePoint, and they're going to be speaking with the diner in Monroe, because he wants to get a few charge points. So we may have them over here also in town, as well as the village, of course.
Thanks again, Rick.
Got it.
Good effort there. Okay, next item up is the American Rescue Plan Act funding. So basically, it's just a little discussion here. So the latest is they're breaking it down by population of the town and the villages. And I don't have my numbers in front of me, but I believe the town will receive somewhere in the neighborhood of $960,000. The village of Monroe will receive somewhere in the neighborhood of $935,000. And the village of Harriman was about 210, I think. So I just have to get the new population numbers. I'm basing it on the old numbers. Well, you know what? It's 2.1 million and change. The thing with it is, originally, it was 3 million and change. It was like 3.7 million, and I don't know what happened to the other part. I've spoken to Dave Jenkins, and he's informed me that he's kind of seeing this as 2 stages, where there's going to be a second portion of it, but the way I was reading it is, of the 2.1 million that we're going to get in the town, it's going to be broken down into 2 payments, 50% this year and 50% next year. But it's so fluid and it's constantly changing until it's final. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, no, it is. It is, but well, you know what?
I'm not knocking it.
No, and a lot of that, I want to say somewhere in the neighborhood of $200,000 is what we've spent to upgrade various aspects of town hall already.
Right.
So that was going to be,
We'll cover that.
that was actually funneled through FEMA, but we can't double dip, so that's going to get filtered into the Rescue Act. So that's where we're at with that. Next up, 8.3, Mike, did you want to talk about this or table it, or?
Yeah, why don't we table this to the 19th?
Okay.
If you, yeah, because I really haven't had a chance to look at it, and I'd like to talk to Mr. Nugent about it. Not that Mr. McCarty could probably offer more,
More better advice.
more better advice. Exactly.
More better.
More better advice. Well, you can tell this is the end of the day. I'm going to make a motion. I'd like to make a motion to table it until the 19th, so we can have a little more review and discussion on this.
I will second that.
Call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Clone eye.
Cardone, aye.
Brother, aye.
Again,
Okay, so moved. The only other item on the agenda for tonight, unfortunately, Emery Morris was supposed to be here, but there was a plumbing issue at her sister's home, so she had to go up and, Emery, she does everything. She's going up there to help her fix it, her plumbing leak.
so looking forward to her being here too.
Yes, yeah, I was too.
Wow.
Time to bust her chops.
Wow.
We definitely miss her presence.
Yeah.
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 So essentially what she was coming here for was to discuss and improve through resolution to allow the following organizations to utilize the fields at Monbassia Park for the 2021 season: Monroe Woodbury Soccer, Monroe Woodbury Little League, Monroe Crusaders Travel Baseball, and the Wiffle Ball Club that was started last year. All these leagues are scheduled to begin their seasons mid-2021 of April, weather permitting. Approvals are contingent upon submission of applications COVID-19 league protocols, insurance, and fees. Dates and times have been requested by the leagues and reviewed to avoid scheduling conflicts. So
I will make that motion.
I'll
Bingham
second.
to second.
Councilwoman Bingham seconded. Any other discussion?
People got to get out again. We got to get back to normal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Get the kids out there playing.
Have to.
I'm in constant contact with Anne Marie regarding park
Yeah.
issues too, so
Yeah.
if anything comes to fruition, I'll
Yeah.
let you guys know.
Okay. Call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Malone, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Oh, aye.
And I,
Okay, so moved. All right. Public comment.
Supervisor Cardone, I apologize for being late, Board. The resolution adopting local law, which is going to be number 2, that was given to the office, are we doing that this evening? This is amending Chapter 33A. Jen gave it to us today.
yes.
Okay. Valerie just,
Oh, okay.
that's what threw her off. Thank you.
You want us to check this? Need the hard copy? Is it?
No, we have it.
You
We
got
have
it, okay.
Thank you.
Public comment?
Board Brower.
Step right up, Ward.
Yeah, I think it might have to be turned on.
Okay, it's on. Ward Brower, not private citizen. I have a Conservation Commission request. Probably John maybe help us. It's come to my attention, we walked a couple of properties and we're on like County Route 71, pretty active highway. And I'm the senior member on that group. So my job is to herd these people into safety. I think we need the fluorescent vests. What's a good place to get them? The vests themselves? Yeah, just a bit.
Offhand, I'm going to say highway supplies, but I'll check with Bob.
I would appreciate if you do that. Because
Tractor supply?
Well, you could probably. If you're buying them yourself, yeah.
Listen, you could probably, we get our
Home
office
Depot
supplies from
has them.
WB Mason.
How many are you looking for?
well, right now we have 5 members. We're entitled to 7 members, but
500?
Oh, 5.
5.
Oh,
5 members. No way.
5 to 7 members.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for that many, I would say Home Depot or Tractor
All right.
Supply, anything like that. Home Depot has them for sure.
Okay.
There's no sense in going.
Yeah, because it's a safety issue. You know,
Yeah.
the trouble with a knit group, close-knit group like that is that once they get together, it's like any other group. You sort of forget your environment. You're an active highway, you're a target unless someone's, so it's a little safety precaution. The other thing's a little petty, and that is, I admit it. Is there any way to make these seats more comfortable? I've been some meetings at planning board 2.5 hours. It's pretty brutal.
These seats are real comfortable.
Thank you.
No, I will say this, Ward. So we were going through the process of buying chairs once, like a week before COVID hit. Anne Marie was on it, Jen was on it, and then we just stopped because we didn't know where we were going to be budget-wise, but we're in the process of getting new chairs, so.
Thank you. That
Yeah,
makes
no,
my butt
appreciate
feel
it.
a whole lot better thinking about it.
found money on?
Because you're a frequent flyer, I will bring out a comfortable chair for your next meeting.
There you go.
Why not?
Yes, we'll roll out a good chair for you.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
that's pretty much about it. One other thing, Conservation Commission related. That is, none of the members present members in our commission have ID badges.
Guys, did you
It's
come
supposed
in
to
and-
get
We had them, but that was about 2 phases back. And
Did you guys come in and get photos? Because we just did a bunch of them.
to my knowledge, I have not seen them, and my chair is not aware
Well,
of
they
it.
just came in, when did you drop them off to me? Thursday? Sal?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just came in Thursday. I'll
Thursday
I'll
night,
have
we
Jen
got-
reach out to Joe.
Okay, thank you. That's
Yeah.
pretty much about it. Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ward.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Ward.
Did you guys want to speak about anything, or?
Well, the only reason why we came actually is to find out about Airbnb, but I guess we came a little bit late.
Yeah, that was
Already
discussed
did that.
ahead of time. So,
But we're,
go ahead, Mike.
yeah, actually, we have a draft that we're going to, a draft of the local law that will be up on the website tomorrow. And we will be holding, continuing the public hearing on the 19th, on the next meeting on the 19th. So what I would recommend is you look at that draft that's up online starting tomorrow, and put your comments together and come to the next meeting on the 19th with your thoughts on it, what you like, don't like, and take it from there. All right? It's not finalized at this point by any means. We're just, the draft is up there and it's for public input. So, you're welcome. Yeah, if you want, it's up to you. Take it easy.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Have a good
coming.
night.
Have a good night, guys.
Good night now.
Good night.
Be well. Okay, one other item before we adjourn. So I received a letter from the New York State Town Clerks Association, which states, due to the pandemic in New York State, Town Clerks Association, due to the pandemic, the New York State Town Clerks Association would like your help in presenting the attached certificate to your town clerk, Mary Ellen Beams. We cannot meet in person, and we would usually mail a certificate and her congratulations letter to her, and then we would honor them at our annual conference with recognition and a group picture after the presentation. They would also like us to take a picture presenting Mary Ellen with the presentation, and it's basically they're extending their congratulations on being awarded your Registered Municipal Clerk certification, or better known as your RMC certification. So,
Congratulations.
Why don't we come up here and...
so yeah, can you come up here? We'll take a photo up here.
I was a little disappointed because I never heard anything, and I was like,
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird because Jen just got it last week, and it's dated December 8th.
Well, better late than never.
Yeah.
Right here, right in.
I don't have my phone.
Yeah, use mine, Val. Oh, you got a good one. Yeah.
Well done.
You're working on it.
Go for it.
Yeah, whatever you need, you know that. Okay. No other business before the board. I would like to make a motion to adjourn.
Cologne, a second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Ancarilla, aye.
Good night.
Let's go Gonzaga.
Whoa. Whoa. Here we go.
It's a